Hello, good night. Welcome back to CVP Labs, the services, our live tutoring sessions. Of course, I am sure that we have been, you know, away for a few days, few weeks. We do apologize for that, but of course, we promise you that we're going to be going straight through the week from Monday to Thursday, and perhaps pick up on Saturday evening and Sunday evening. So you'd have whatever you'd have missed out on, of course, you'll get it right back here in this week. So of course, we're going to go straight into our lesson. But before we get into our lesson, just going to give you a sneak preview of what is going on CDP Library Services now, right? So if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. If you have not yet share the link with a friend or a family who you know will be doing this exam coming in the next year, which begins just a few days, a few weeks, right? Okay, that's that. The next 17 days, we will be right there in 2025. God's willing, our lives are spared. So, just to give you a sneak preview of what's new with CVP Labs Services now. Of course, this is our website for those who don't know. This morning I saw someone ask how they could register with the classes. It's simple. You come to the website, www.cdplibraryservices.com. You will note that we are currently trying to establish a association, which we call Jamaica Online School Association, which other schools that are being prepared to roll out their program to join up with CDP Library Services to form this association, right? Now, so we're asking you to, share the message, tell all your friends and family about this great association with great instructors who will be, helping persons across the world to do the best that they can in terms of preparing for exams and more. Now, one of the things that for our students, we use a very interactive software that is very engaging. It's called Nearpod. So each week, lessons are being prepared for a student. You click on that, go to JOSA Classrooms, and you click on Nearpod Lesson Preview. Um, what this does is that before our students go to the actual thing, sometimes persons don't have the time to go through the lesson in a day or so. And, once you can preview the lesson, you still be able to interact with the lesson itself without having to just, looking. You'll be able to, I'm going to show you as a matter of in a few seconds, I'm going to show you. So you scroll down on the website after clicking on that link. Here's the document that has the thing itself. So what we'll do, for example, or our more recent lesson is measurements. And of course, when you click on the link, when you click on the link, right? Let me go back to that. My apologies. So we click on Nearpod lesson preview. Then we scroll down, give it some time to load, right? All right, and then you're going to click on the link itself right here. So open the link right there. Then I'm going to take it to Nearpod, the preview, just for preview, okay? And of course, this is where our preview is. So, but when you're using the preview, what happens here, you're not able to your work itself will not be recorded, but of course you can interact with it as well. So here's a video to watch. Now, so here the students will get something hands-on to do, of course. And let me show you can actually interact on the board. You can still write on the board, even though it will not be recorded. There you go. You can still write in it. You can show working various different things in mathematics. As you can see, all the symbols are there. Good. But the thing about it is you'll not be able to record but you still be able to interact, still engaging, etc. So we can invite our YouTube streamers to, our subscribers rather, to come onto our platform and still get some work done. The only difference is that you will not be able to get a report or a feedback on it because you have not used the actual thing, right? So that's what we use. That's the latest thing for us now. And now let's get back to our website again. And of course, so you can follow us on our page and see what is the latest lesson, especially if you're preparing for exams. Now, of course, as you know, before you come to our live stream, and yes, it's normal on a Thursday at 8 o'clock Jamaica time, right? And of course, wherever you are in the world, you can know what time of the day it is for you. Okay. Now, so you would come here and click on YouTube questions, past paper, and past paper questions rather. And of course, you'll scroll down, give it some time to load, and here you see it. Now, why am I showing you this? I'm showing this so that whenever you want to come to the live, you do the worksheet before you come to the live so that it can be more meaningful and beneficial to you. What do I mean by that? I mean simple this, right? What I mean is that at the end of the day, you would have done the worksheet, you come to the live and you see if what your answers were, your solutions are, if it's correctly done. Good. So at least you have your work being marked. Good. Sometimes in the past, persons would do past for questions and then guess what? They have nobody to show them if they're wrong or right. Good. So this one is much more meaningful for you. All right, so we have done the first question a long time ago. So we're gonna go to our next question, and we promise that we will, be working through the questions each week until exam comes up. All right, good. Now, of course, this we did this one already too. So we're gonna go straight into question number 2. Now, if you want to learn how to do the construction part of the question, of course, you'd have to join CDP Leisure Services to have access to our video content that teaches you how to do the construction, which we do have that, of course. Now, so I want to go to the second part of the question itself. Now, this part of the question comes from the unit topic in the syllabus is geometry and trigonometry. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, because guess what? Mathematics is universal, right? Very much universal. So you don't need to um, worry about the syllabus that we're using, all right? Now, good night to everyone once again. For those persons who are just joining us, or joining me rather, yours truly, Ronnie Bernard. I'll take you through tonight's lesson. It would be nice if you just, you know, put a comment in the chat, say good evening, say where you're from, what your name is, and if you're doing exams next year. All right, because we love we love to have our subscribers and those persons interacting. We love a very interactive session. So it is good to say good night in the chat so I can recognize you and tell you good night as well. And guess what? Guess what? We are going straight through the week, starting at 8 o'clock. So when we finish with both questions tonight, then you know that there's going to be another set of questions tomorrow with another unit. So I'm working just to ensure that you guys do well in exams. Now, I'm only seeing 4 or so persons on the live. So I'm going to ask you to share the link with a friend, share it with a family member, share it with your classmates, those persons you know are doing the exams, and let's learn together. All right. Now, before I go into the first question, I have one more thing to say to you. I have to say to you that guess what? Learning, when you're going to prepare, some persons have a time management problem. Good. And I want to simply say to you, that, first thing you do is you pray, you ask God to help you because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Sometimes, as a human being, you might feel that, wow, I have a lot to do, there's not much time. But guess what? Get a simple schedule or timetable, organize yourself, and take it a day at a time. Pray before you start. God will give you the energy, and you will see exactly what happened. All right. So let's get straight into our lesson for today. So it's a triangle ABC with vertices A, and the vertices is another word for what you probably call point, P-O-I-N-T, point. And it says capital A, that's the name of the point. And then you see 1, comma 1, those are the coordinates. Now you have the x coordinate and you have the y coordinate. Now you have what we call the x-axis, which is this line that runs horizontally across the graph or the grid. And you have the y-axis, which is this line that runs vertically up from the bottom to the top, or from top to bottom across the grid. Now, so the first number is normally coming from the x-axis. So this would be a 1 right here. And then the second number is 1 from the y-axis, which would be another 1 right here. Good. Now, of course, we have extensive videos that will teach you about the teach you everything that you need to know as it relates to transformation geometry. All right. For all the different types of transformations, reflection, rotation, enlargement, all the different type of reflections you can think of, etc. Good. Now, where's the point C is now? It is, as you can see. Well, let's go in the order. So for B, it is 1 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. And then for C, it is 3 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis, as mentioned and as displayed on the graph. Now, the first part of the question requires us to, it says triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle LMN. Now, if you know the alphabet, everything goes in alphabetical order. LMN. Good. A, B, C. And that is important to know in terms of the alphabetical order. You're going to see why it's important to know as we approach the question. Now, it is saying this map onto. Now, you might not know what the word map onto means, but at the end of the presentation, you'll understand what map onto means. Good. By. So that when you see the word by, please note that what comes after the word by, 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 is this a description of how something is done. How is it done? So you want to know how triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle element. How? So the how is by a reflection in the x-axis. Good. But we have another word that says followed by. Now, if we see the word followed or the phrase followed by, it simply means what's next. So you will do one first, then the other second. Good. So we'll do one first. We'll do one first. So we'll do this reflection first. Then we do this afterwards, followed by. So you do one, then you do the other. I want to see how that is done. Followed by. Other persons, they don't read the question carefully, and then, of course, they make mistakes. Okay? And lose simple little marks. So you got to be careful. Now, they ask, that on the diagram, you're going to draw and label triangle element. Now, I went ahead and I pre-prepared it. So I'm going to show you how that is done. So here's a graph that I pre-prepared for you. Now, please pay attention to this. So here's the original triangle. Good. Now, we're first asked to map this triangle onto LMN using the x-axis. Now, you might be asking the question, where is this x-axis? Now, this x-axis, this line here that comes from here to here is the x-axis. So this is the x-axis. Good. And this one is the y-axis. Now, please note carefully, when we talk about the word reflection, you have to ask yourself the question, what comes to mind when you talk about the word reflection? Now, the word reflection, when we talk about reflection, comes from the word reflect. Now, the word, and sometimes we say, I see a reflection of. Now, if you look in the mirror, you can see a reflection of yourself. Good. If you look in the mirror, you see a reflection of yourself when you look in the mirror, right? Now, if what you notice is that if you step away from the mirror, the image that is formed that you see in the mirror, right, which is a reflection of yourself, you will notice that it is the same distance away. Now, for us to show that reflection, the x-axis is known as a mirror line. It's called a mirror line, right? So this is called a mirror line. Now that mirror line, I'm going to now use the mirror line and plot a few points. Now, if I'm reflecting C across x-axis as a mirror line, then here would be C. Good? Because guess what? The image must be the same distance as the object away from the mirror line. So this would be C. I'm going to label that point. Let's label that point, okay? We'll label it C. And, well, not C, rather. Let me not label it. For now, I'm going to call it C prime. For now, I'm going to call it that. You're going to see why. Good? That's an image. Then now, I'm going to reflect the point A right here. Equal distance away from the mirror line. Okay, good night, Alicia. Good night, Alicia. Could you tell me where you're from, Alicia? Thank you for, for responding to my request to say something in the chat. Good night, Alicia. How are you doing? Which country are you from? All right. And are you doing exams? All right. So we're going to name that point. Let's call that point A prime. Okay. And I'm using this, even though they said that you must use, even though they said you should use what you call it again, you should use, even though they say you should use element LMN, I'm going to show you why. All right, I'm going to show you why afterwards. Okay, why am I doing this? So we have the A prime right here. Good. So remember, we're doing the reflection of triangle ABC by the reflection of the x-axis, which we said that is our what? Y, it is our mirror line rather. Good. Now we have to reflect the point B. Good. The point B, which is this. Now the point B, which is this, okay, I'm going to be reflecting it. Let me write my B prime first. Good. That's the B prime. I'm going to put it, now I have to look at the distance away. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's at 4, so we come all the way down here. Okay, so let's move it down here. And now we have a reflection. Now, one of the things I would normally tell my students to do for them to really see it is correct is to take a mirror and they will put the mirror on the line and look inside the mirror and they will see this image being formed right here in the mirror, which is a reflection of the real object. Good. So you could do that and for you to, get an idea and see exactly what it would look like, right? Now, so I'm going to now connect the dots and there we have it. Now, it's not yet finished because guess what? We need to now use, we need to now use the, it says followed by. So we did the first reflection, now followed by the reflection in the what? Y-axis. Now this is the Y-axis. So I'm going to reflect this part now over this side. Good. So let's reflect it. Okay, let's reflect it. So this now, again, if I put it right here, now it's not going to be A prime 2. Now note that LMN, I just want to make note of that for you. LMN is the same thing as A, B, and C. Good. So pay attention to that. All right. So I have to pay attention to that. Now, so let us continue from there on. Let's continue. All right. Good. So Alicia says, you're from Jamaica. Oh, Alicia, yes, you're a part of our biology class. How could I forget? How you doing? How's everything? And she says she's given, are you giving maths a last try? Hopefully you get the grade 1 this time. Okay. Well, you remember what happened the last time, right? When you were with us for HSB, right? Good. You could tell the person, the guys, what your experience was for HSB. And I sincerely hope that if you continue to join the live, as you did the last time when we did human and social biology, which we got 100% pass that time. And of course, we're looking now to give that 100% pass for mathematics. So I hope that if you continue being with us, you'll also do very well. Okay. All right. So let us continue. So we are now going to see, we're now going to, what's it now? Okay. So remember, A, L, and B, and C. Wonderful. All right. So what we're going to do next now, so wherever the image of A is, that's where L is, right? Good. So we're going to put L right there. Let's put L right there. So we're going to write our letter L. And let's change it back to black. So we have capital L. All right. So here we go. So we're going to put L right here. Good. So that's where L is, right there. Now, C, of course, as you can see, equal distance again. So to be right here. And now that would be what? C will be N. Good. C will be N. So we're going to write N. All right. So we're going to put our N. No, not L, but N. My apology. That's N. That should be N. Thank you. So we could put N right here. Good. Then now B should be M as in mango. So now we're going to put it right here. There we have it. Good. All right. So we could put our little dot here. And then now we're going to close it up. Let's close it up, right? Let's close it up. Let's close it up. Let's connect our dots. And finally, right there, right here, and right there. So that is it. Okay? So that should be your answer right there. Good. Now you could use dotted line for these to show that this is not really existing, but you moved from here to here, then there. So you can see we did this first, then followed by. See, that's the followed by. If you like that, if you understand that, then give us a thumbs up rather, right? All right, give me one little second. So I hope that you have digested that one. Okay. All right. So we're back. I hope that you understood what we just went through a while ago. Hope you understood it. Okay. All right. So let's continue from where we left off. We're going to go back to the other part of the question and let's see um, what you have done so far. Right. All right. So let's continue now. So we're going to go back to our question right here. Let me kind of remove that thingy. Good. Good job, right? All right. So here we are. So we did the first part, which is 2 marks. So can't give away 2 marks like that. Don't it? Good job. All right. So Alicia, let me know if you understand. Is there anyone else who would like to let me recognize you, know where you're from, where you're watching the live from, etc.? All right. Now, in the second part of the question, they say describe fully a single transformation. Describe fully a single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle element. All right. Now it's a describe fully. So first thing you have to do, you have to recognize or determine what is the transformation. Again, we do have our registered students get access to our videos that give you the thorough explanation as to how that is done. Now, you have to carefully examine the coordinates of the object and the image. Now, there's a technique that you can use using your ruler and your protractor and your compass to determine this. All right. Now, if you and there's another technique that you can use, but as I said before, if you register with the school, you can get that thorough teaching that you need to have that to learn the skill that you can use in the exam, how you can easily determine the answer, you know, how it's done. And of course, you can visit our Nearpod preview to see some of those lessons that the students get. But unfortunately, if the videos if you're using a smartphone, you'll not be able to see the videos on the Nearpod preview. Only if you register with the school, you get access to that. Okay. All right. Now, let's look at this now. I want you to pay close attention. So when I compare the coordinates of A and the coordinates of L, you're going to see a pattern. Okay. Let me fix that up a bit. Gotta fix it up a bit. Okay. So here we go. So A, let me try and fix it up. I'm trying to fix it up for you so you can see what we're doing now. So A, good. Here we go. All right. So A, so write the coordinates of A is 1, 1. And that is mapped onto L, which is -1. And let's put L right here. -1, comma, -1. Good. Then we're going to compare the coordinates of B to the coordinates of M, as in manga. So B is 1, 4, which is mapped onto the coordinates of M. And the coordinates of M is -3. Well, M, oh, you see, I made a little mistake and nobody told me that I made a mistake. Like, seriously now? Nobody told me I made a mistake. Okay, Alicia, I got you. Just join the live. Okay, no problem. Um, I made a little mistake and nobody said anything, Nobody said anything. That's where it's supposed to be. So that's the correction, okay? All right. So the coordinate really is supposed to be 1, -4 right here. For it's supposed to be, okay, 1, -4 right here. So -1, comma, -4. So there was an error right there. My apologies. So this is what it's supposed to be. Your correcting is this, okay? All right. Now, so let's just do the other one now, which would be what? C. So C, the coordinates of C is 3, 1. Good. And then now that is mapped onto N. And the coordinates of N is -3, comma, -1. Now, if you look at the coordinates, they have the digits look alike, but guess what? If you notice, the X coordinate and the Y coordinate for the image are both negative. They're both what? Negative. Now, if you had watched our videos on transformation, you'd have discovered that this is in fact a rotation. So when they say describe fully, now you name the transformation, which is a rotation, and when you're naming the transformation for, when you're describing rather the transformation for rotation, you have to state the name of the transformation, which is rotation. Then you have to state the center of rotation. So the center of rotation here, the center of rotation is 0. Yes, the point of origin. Good. And you can put 0, 0, 0. Good. So that's the point of origin, 0, 0. Okay, that's looks like a O. So 0, 0, 0. That is the center of rotation. Then the next thing you have to state is the angle of rotation. And the angle of rotation is 180 degrees. Again, if you watch our tutorial on transformation geometry, then you have got a more thorough understanding of what it is. And of course, if you register with the school, you get a lot of hands-on activity that will help you to even, you know, get a better understanding, what we call conceptual understanding. Okay. Now, so of course, the final thing you need to mention now is the direction of the transformation. The direction is clockwise. Good. So to fully describe the transformation, you have to mention the type of transformation. If it's a rotation, the center of rotation, then of course the angle of the rotation, which is 180 degrees, and the direction of the rotation, which is clockwise. And how do I know it's clockwise? Simple. You're moving from here to there. Good. Isn't that clockwise? Wonderful. All right. Now, so that is what it is for that. Good. All right. So as we go along, that is how we go along with the thing. All right. Just want to say good night again to those who are just joining us. We love a very interactive session, and I ask that you say something in the chat, and of course you could say where you're from, if you're doing exams, etc. And of course, if you would like, if the explanation to you is clear, then of course you can click on the thumbs up. All right. But please, I want them to sharing is caring. You must share with just like how we at CDP Labs is sharing with you. You must share with your friends. Share the link with your friends. Share the link with your family. Share the link with your classmates. Okay. You want a lot of persons to be able to have this access to quality information, quality teaching. Okay. Now, so I've answered the second part of the question. Okay. And that would be describe fully a single transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle element N. Let's get back to what the answer was. And this is the answer of the second part. Okay. All right. So if you understand, say understand, or you click on the thumb ups button. All right. Click the like. Good. Now, so we're going to go to the third part of the question. The third part of the question asks to state. Notice it says to state. So it simply means that you need to know what this thing is. Again, we have a thorough video, a very thorough video, and I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the thorough video. All right, that's a little sneak preview to show you that we actually have these videos. But in order to get that access to the videos, then of course you'd have to be a registered student of CDP Labs Edu Services. If you look down in the description, you'll see the link as to how to register with CDP Labs Edu Services. Those of you who have an interest in registering. All right, let's continue. So it says state the matrix for a transformation that maps triangle ABC onto triangle LMN. Now, sometimes or a lot of times, it might be very confusing to find this 2 by 2 matrix. And if you watch the videos, you'll see some of the tricks and trade that we show our students that you can be able to use that in the exam and don't have to worry about anything just in case you forgot what the matrix is. All right. However, though, the answer for that question would simply be, this is the answer for the question. The answer for the question is simplest. So for part 3 of it, it is -1 0, 0, negative 1. So that would be the answer. That this is a 2 by 2 matrix for angle of rotation, of a rotation of 180 degrees clockwise. Now, to prove if your answer is correct, all you have to do is to write this ABC and multiply it, or you could go point by point, multiply each point by this using matrix multiplication, and then you'll be able to get back this point right here. Do the same thing for B, the same thing for C, get all three of them. All right. But they say you should state it, so it means you should know it. And there are a lot of 2 by 2 matrix for different rotation, even for reflection. Okay. The only thing that they don't get, they don't ask for a 2 by 2 matrix is enlargement and translation. All right. Okay. So let us now move from that now to the other question that we'll be looking at tonight. All right. Now, once again, just want to, for those who are new, if you're just joining us in the live right here, we publish the worksheet, right, on our website. So you can go on the website to see what the next worksheet will be. And of course, you can go through the questions before the live. Then you come to the live to see if what you did was right or if what you did was wrong. And that will let you see if you're learning or you need some extra help or whatever it might be. Okay? All right, so let's move to our other question. Final question for tonight. Now, here we have a diagram below shows triangle OPQ. If you know where O is, the center of, well, O is at O, the point of origin. P is at 2, 2, and Q is at, I won't say anything more because there's a question based on where is Q. So here's a question. State the coordinates of the point Q, which I just told you. Well, partly. So the coordinates of the point Q is 4 on the x-axis, 1 on the y-axis. And that's just, I guess, 1 mark. One mark. Let's go for our 2 marks. Ready for the 2 marks? Let's go for the 2 marks. Now the line PQ is mapped to P prime. If you can see this little prime right there, and a Q right there, by an enlargement. Center O, that's the center of enlargement, and of course, scale factor 3. Now, I want you to notice something from this question though. What I want you to notice from the question is that if you were given an enlargement and they ask you to describe fully the single transformation again, then you'd have to mention again the type of transformation, in this case, enlargement. You have to also mention the center of enlargement and, of course, a scale factor. Yes, these are the 3 information that you need to fully describe a transformation called enlargement. And of course, if you watch our tutorial videos, of course, you will get a much thorough understanding. Okay? Now, so let's go do part 2 quickly. Again, I have already did it already, but I'm going to do it back over so you can have a better understanding, okay? So let me just undo this. Let me undo all of that, all of that. Let me undo it, so you need to pay attention. Let me undo everything. Seriously? Seriously? No undo? Of course. There you go. So this is the original thing, okay? That's the original thing. Now, they already give it a center of enlargement, it's at O. Now, the scale factor is very, 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 very important. Now, the scale factor is 3. And how do we use the scale factor 3? Badam. How do we use the scale factor 3? How do we use a scale factor 3? So let's see. Let's see. Now you're going to draw. Pay attention now. So you have to draw your diagonal from the center of a line. Now, if you notice that this line covers two boxes diagonally, now you have to multiply this by 3. So we'll have to start. So here we go. That's 2. That's 3. Good. So that would be, if you want to call it our image P, preferably, you want to call it that. P prime. Let's work on it. Work on it. I'm going to change it to black though. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to go on it properly now. Let's type in the thingy. So that will be P prime. All right. Let's see. P prime. Good. Now, see if you notice now, that's where P is. Now, the second diagonal now that we're going to draw now is from, we could change the color up. Nothing is wrong with that. Change up our color. So we're going to draw it from here. Keep it diagonal. Again, you got to look at it. Now I'm using this number 4. So where 8 is, that's 2. But keep it in the same line. That's the second. And the third is just above 12. Right there. Good. So that we're going to call that Q. That's Q prime right there. Good. And let's kind of, I'm going to bold it there so you can see bright, big and bold. Then now we're going to connect those two. Then we're going to connect them, okay? Let's connect them. I'm going to connect them right now. So there we go. There we go. So it's a the big enlargement triangle. So what we do, enlarge the small one and we create a larger one, okay? Now, if you compare PQ with PQ image right here, you'd notice that the length of this is 3 times the length of this, because this covers 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's how we use a scale factor. Okay, good. So if you understand, if that was clear to you, click on the like button. All right. Now let's go to the final part of the question. The final part of the question says, the triangle OPQ undergoes the triangle OPQ undergoes a reflection in the line y equals 0. Now I take some good time and concentrate on that. Give me a little second there, please. All right, I'm back. Now, so we're going to go to the third part, final part, and this is our final question. Okay, so we're trying to make it in an hour. Okay. So we're gonna go to the final part of the question. Now let's get the job done right here. So the triangle OPQ undergoes a reflection in the line y equals 0. To produce the image O prime 2, 2, this is when you see the two primes right here, it really refers to the second image, okay? On the diagram above, draw such and such. Now they say you should draw it on the diagram. So they expect you to draw it on this. But I'm going to draw it on my diagram that I have on the app that I'm using, okay? Now, please pay attention to this now. Now, the very important piece of information that I want you to pay close attention to is this. The line y equals 0. Now, where on the graph do I find the line y equals 0? Let's go and investigate. Follow me. All right, let's go. You're going to follow me now. Follow me now. Here we go. So we are looking for the line y equal 0. Now let me tell you a little thing, a little secret, a little secret. Now, here's my secret. Now this vertical line is the line x equal 14. However, this horizontal line is the line y equals 7. So guess what? Where would then y equals 0 be? What do you think? Anybody want to give an answer for that one? Where would y equals 0 be? I just showed you, let's do it again, that the line y equals 7 is right here. The line y equals 6 comes from here. The line y equals 5 comes from here, goes all the way across. And the line y equals 4 go all the way across. You catch the pattern? Then tell me now, where would we find a line y equals 0? Tell me, what is the line y equals 0 called? It has a name. Tell me. Yes, it has a name. It has a name. Well, let's answer the question. Did you say the x-axis? If you said the x-axis, you would be 100% correct. So the line y equals 0 is the x-axis. It was very tricky, don't it? Very tricky. Very tricky, right? So this is the x-axis. So they're simply saying that you're going to reflect OPQ undergoes a reflection in the x-axis. So let's go to that. Now, of course, this shares a common point, and this must be equal distance away from the mirror line. So we're going to go 1, 2, so it's right here. That's P prime, and P prime 2, right? Yeah, P prime 2, P prime 2. There we go. Then now, Q equal distance, which is right there. And that would be what? Q prime 2. And then now we gotta connect the line. Connect the line. So let's connect the lines. Are we ready? Of course we're ready. So connect the lines. Here we go. Here we go. There goes your reflection. And that's the answer for the final question. I hope you had learned something from tonight's presentation. And of course, we want to produce the next worksheet. We're going to go all the way down to May. So if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. The next worksheet I think is going to be on, well, if you want us to do a special unit, then tell me the unit that you want me to work on. Tonight is your night. Tell me the unit that you want me to work on for you, where you want to pass the questions to practice on. And we'll do 3 questions, okay? So tell me which of the units you want, and I will look for some challenging questions to give you to do, and we go through it on the live. So tell me which unit you want. Do you want, I think we did measurements before. We did, well, I don't think we did algebra just yet, but if not, we'll get, I think we did algebra. Um, but we're going to do some more geometry type questions though. Do you want vectors? Do you want matrices? Do you want relations, functions, and graph? I'm not sure. I think we did that, but I'll check. But you could, well, all right. Tell you what, tomorrow night, when you come tomorrow night, you're going to look back through our YouTube channel to see what we have covered already in terms of our live, our series of live in mathematics. Are you going to tell me now? You can leave a comment, and I'll see it in the description, below the description rather. You can leave a comment and let me know which unit you want me to do the questions on, and tomorrow for sure we'll do questions on that unit. But if you have not done so, then I'm going to go ahead and move on with our next unit. All right. When we're finished with all the units, with the three passport questions, then we're going to start over the cycle again. Okay. All right. So I hope that you have done a good job. If you went to the website before and you had accessed the worksheet before and did it before, came to the live tonight, did a good job, then thumbs up to you. Give yourself a CDP Labs clap. Okay? But if not, for the next worksheet, you're going to do this for me. You're going to come to the website. You're going to go to cdplabsservices.com. cdplabsservices.com. You can look down into the description and you'll see that. Then, of course, you come to ebooks and you click on YouTube questions, past paper questions. You scroll down, wait for it to load, and you'll see the questions before the live. Not a couple hours before the live, days before the live. Now, for tomorrow live, it's going to be hours, okay? So tomorrow in the day, if you get some time, if you're at work, you get some time to go through the live, then you, of course, you can go to the website and get your thing done. For those persons who are in Jamaica, CDP Library Services is preparing to use internet cafes back in Jamaica to roll out, or persons who prefer to go on the road to classes, they'll be able to go to the internet cafes. Look out for that information. We'll be networking with some internet cafes so that you can, in fact, go there and get your classes. And guess what? Some person might say, but I have my cell phone. Why do I need to go there? Well, guess what? The fees will be far less than it is if you do it from home. All right? Yes, those who go to the cafe will get a big discount. All right? Now, um, and we'll let you know. So if you're from Kingston and St. Andrew, that's where we're starting off with first. You will get to know where the locations will be. And of course, you can go there and access your classes. And we are planning to go across the island. So look out for CDP Luxury Services, okay? Um, Now, outside of that, outside of that, I just want to show you guys again. Now, we have a special promotion for the classes. Now, if you start your classes in January, you'll pay, let's say, $50, and then the next month you pay 40, and then the next month you pay 30, and the next month you pay 20, the next month you pay 10. And then for the remaining of the time, you only pay $10. Yes. What can beat that promotion? Okay. So you start off at the high, you go down by 10, by 10, by 10, and we reach 10, you continue paying $10. That's the new promotion that we have for CDP Library Services. Now, so if you want the hands-on materials from CDP Library Services, it is best for you to register with the school. And if you register, and we know that you were on our YouTube channel, every student from our YouTube channel gets a discount to go with it. So you will not necessarily start at 50, but you'll start at 40. All right. Okay. So I hope that you'll enjoy tonight's session. Hope you learned from tonight's session. I sincerely hope that you really learned. And of course, tonight we're going to close off and end with our theme video and look forward to see you tomorrow evening, same time at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for coming and viewing and sharing with us. Hope tomorrow will be a bit more interactive. Okay, let's go. Okay, have a good night. Good night, Alicia. All right. You can join our WhatsApp group. Just go onto um our website and you look for CDP Labs Data Services, that group, and you see the WhatsApp link, the group to join our WhatsApp, the link to join our WhatsApp group. So you can, of course, be admitted. And then, of course, any other information you'd like to get, you can ask for, you can use a WhatsApp group to ask the information. All right. Anybody who would like to join the program, you can go to our WhatsApp group and you'll be admitted, of course. And then naturally, you can ask any questions you would like to ask from there. All right. So it is good night from me again. Take care. See you tomorrow. God's willing, same time.